looms for the University of Oregon to respond to opposition to its motion to dismiss a class action federal lawsuit against the university claiming sex discrimination in women's sports. The plaintiffs, current and former women's beach volleyball and club rowing team members. The University of Oregon's move to have a sex discrimination federal lawsuit dismissed meets opposition in a response from the lawyers of 26 current and former UO varsity women's beach volleyball players and 6 current members of the club women's rowing team. They claim the school violated Title IX in a federal lawsuit filed on December 1st of 2023. Arthur Bryant is the lawyer representing the young women, and on November 7th, Bryant filed in opposition of UO's motion to dismiss the lawsuit, calling the motion meritless. Title IX prohibits sex discrimination in every department at any school receiving federal funding. For sports, it means all men compared to all women in an athletic program must get equal treatment. In his response to UO's request for dismissal, Bryant pointed back to the lawsuit's 115 pages where several of the team's members said they were promised scholarships and practice facilities that never came.
Zero scholarship money. Second, they don't have their own practice or competitive facility. They're actually required to practice and compete at a local state park, and they don't have any locker room or facility. They're required to use the state park local cinder block bathroom facility where there are no doors on the stalls because of all the drug and alcohol use by the public.
The university planned to demolish Hamilton Hall to create green space and a competition site for the team. That plan has been delayed until next year due to construction issues at a separate residence hall. The university tells us the campus planning committee did just approve the schematic design for the project at their November 25th meeting. Now UO has until December 9th to respond to plaintiffs.
In theory, you could give the men better uniforms, equipment, and supplies, and the women better like recruiting and facility and coaching. Or you could treat 115 men, the football and basketball players, like gods. All the rest of the men like utter crap. The women in between, and it all balances out, equally. But of course, that's not what's happening.
Citing Equity in Athletics Disclosure Act data numbers from 2021 to 22, Bryant's response says Oregon gave its male student athletes close to $7 million in athletic financial aid and should have given its female student athletes an additional $800,000 plus for them to have received proportional aid. Bryant tells us the team currently practices at a local college's volleyball court. Following the lawsuit, the school gave scholarship money to a beach volleyball team member for the first time in the team's history. We reached out to the university and were told they provide us with updates.